On.
No. Thank you, Siri. So I'm using a more yellow green, but it doesn't matter. This is a study, and it won't change much. It won't change much. All right, and then the next thing I see is the green all the way up here, and oh my gosh, that's so fun. What's happening up here? So this green comes here, and then it wraps around the front. This, and then it comes this
It's only
way.
so fun when it's working for you.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's just looking in here is fun because there's so much going on. And then we get these great swirls coming around this way. And then another one coming this way. And then all of this is green right in through here. All of this, but there's little marks in there. There's funny little marks in there. A couple little highlights in there. And then this really weird kind of fan thing right there. Maybe it's my chandelier above, my light above me. That's possible. And then that comes like that. And then there's green up in the, down in the base right here. There's this wonderful green. There's a little spot that's missed right there, but here we go. It's like this. And then we've got green up in the lip of the glass. The green travels all the way to the top of this glass, and it is right here in the front. And I don't want to lose the highlights. There's a highlight right there, and then it comes around like this. And it kind of stops there and it starts becoming gray. And then in the background, we've got a little bit of green right in the lip right here. And then, you know, so I'm exhausted, so I'm going to take a 20-minute nap, and then I will be back. All right, that's not true. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to just show you my perseverance here. All right, so we've got now the grays, people. Here come the grays. So I'm going to just use Payne's gray. The Payne's gray, and it changes color a little bit here and there, but I think the basic Payne's gray is going to really do the trick. Okay, this is, gosh, it's funny. It's got a little bit of yellow in it, so I'm just going to add warm it up a little bit. Here we go. So here's this gray down here in the base, and it wraps itself all the way around. All the way along the bottom here. And then
really weird, because what I see on when I see the glass, it doesn't look anything like what you're drawing, and it doesn't.
I know, because that's kind of how I explained at the beginning. The camera's looking down at the glass. I'm looking at the front of the glass, and so you're seeing something different than me. And so I'm painting what I see, and I can't have two cameras going at the same time. I don't have those two cameras. So, and then this comes this way. So I'm looking at this glass and I'm painting it for you guys. And I know that you can't see it, but I think you can see how I'm approaching it, because I'm trying to talk about it as I go, that we're trying to get this to feel like that glass.
Yeah, because we can't see the same thing you're seeing.
I understand that. And I understand. But there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, that's,
Yeah,
it was my point.
I'm glad you reminded us.
Okay. And then we've got this, a little bit of a warmer band right in here, because there is a little gap between the glass and the white paper I've got behind that. And so that's kind of that warmer band is right here. And it wraps all the way up there, and it wraps all the way up to here. And then I've got the white of the paper back there, which I think is basically the gray. I'm just talking my way through here. A little bit of yellow in that. And here that comes. And so here's that gray, that lighter gray. Comes right through here. And it comes, this is the light gray right here. And then that light gray is right through here, mixed in with these greens.
So far, Fred, you've only used 2 colors.
I'd say it's more than 2. It's I've added a little bit of warmth in a couple different places. There's this weird brown like midway up.
So,
It's this band here that is in there. So it's
Okay.
the green, it's that beige, and it's the grays really is what I've got going in here.
and you have a beige in there. Okay.
Yeah, and that's the beige of the tablecloth that I can see.
Okay.
Oh,
It would depend on what it's sitting on to what the colors are gonna
Exactly, that's gonna change everything. That's why I asked you to get us something to put it on, and it's gonna help inform you. So then there's, even in these subtle washes on the sides, there's a light that sparkles off of it. So you gotta leave those little white things in there. This gray gets a little bit darker along this edge here. Like that. And over here,
What size brush are you using, Fred?
same thing. This is just a number 4 student grade Cotman brush, and I love it. It really does a nice job.
Okay.
And then we've got this gray is continuing back here. And once again, there's some light that gets through back there. So you gotta leave that in there. Along that lip there, over here, coming down this way, and catches a little light right there. And it's gonna come this way. All right, now the next thing I'm gonna do is I gotta paint this green, because that tells us why there's green in the glass. You can't leave out the color surrounding it, guys, because that's an important part of why it feels the way it does.
I thought you painted the green.
Pardon me?
I thought you painted the green.
The surface it's on.
Oh, I see.
Gotta paint that green. And here it comes, all right?
Oh, I understand.
But that explains why there's green in the glass, and then the eye will go, oh, okay.
Okay.
Gonna come down this way with it. And then it's gonna wrap around the base here. And I know you guys probably can't see this, but there is a lovely, just a little hint of a highlight right here that I'm going to pull out while it's wet, and it's right here. There's a highlight, a little light that's getting cast from the glass. So I pulled that out,
oh, no.
and I'm going to keep working my way around. And when I get here is where the shadow begins for the glass itself. And this color, though, is there's a little triangle of this color. I mixed just enough right there. Right here, that comes out this way, up to that edge. And then the shadow color. And here comes the shadow. So I'm just going to take the same green. I'm going to put a little Payne's gray in it. A little bit of cerulean blue. And that's going to be the shadow. And that shadow does exactly what we said earlier. It kind of comes out this way, and then it comes all the way over to that edge. This is the shadow on this side. It starts right at this edge of the cup and comes this way. And then it does this really cool thing right there, where it kind of pulls that way, and then it's going to soften as it comes all the way up that way. So let me get that in there. And then I'm going to grab a smaller brush, and I'm going to do this brighter green right in here. I'm going to exaggerate it just a little bit. That's too much. And that's going to come right up to the edge of that. And it's going to come right into there. And then it comes out here and flares out there. This darker green up to here. And then there's just one thing I want to do, one last thing I want to do is I want to brighten this right here by just lifting through there. That's the light coming through the glass. And then I'm going to find all the darkest things on that glass. So I'm going to just take some pretty rich Payne's gray. And I'm going to say, okay, this rim gets really dark right up here. This rim gets really dark over here. Where else are my darks? I'm collecting all my darks. There's a little bit of a dark gray band right in here. There is a really weird little line right here that's quite dark. This band, I'm going to add a little bit of dark to it because it's quite dark down at the bottom of the glass.
And that's Payne's gray you're using?
Straight Payne's gray.
Okay.
And down here, I'm just adding a little bit right there. We're going to call that done. What do you think?
Good.
Yeah, good job.
And I wish I could show you them both at the same time.
I know.
You can see what I've got going there, but when you're painting
Right.
live on
Yeah.
Zoom, it's pretty hard, you know what I mean? So we are going to, so very good. So is everybody ready to give this a try? I'm gonna switch my camera back. And I'm gonna stop recording. Ooh, recording, stop.